with Pacquiao versus Spence?
Man, it was going to be a great fight. I do believe that Pacquiao is going to win. He has the athleticism. He has all the skills. He has the quickness. He has the power. And at 42 years old, he's still showing that he can hang in there with the best guys. I mean, he showed it. He showed it last time out with Thurman, and I think he's going to show it again with Spence.
I wish him all the best, man. The Spence fight, I'm backing him. I know he can win this fight, and he will win this fight. The way, the hunger that Manny has inside him, even at this, what he's done in his career, you know, you can see it's burning. And I'm backing him all the way. I'm in his corner.
Would you favor him in this fight? You feel like he's definitely 100% going to win? I mean, like, you know, Spence obviously is the kind of the next coming southpaw, big puncher. Probably is going to move up to 54 soon. He's a big guy.
Yeah, look, I think that could be an issue with him coming down in weight. Obviously, Spence is a big, you know, welterweight, so the weight could play a part where, you know, he might take that fight too extra where he should have moved up. That could be a problem. Manny's awkward speed, the way he moves, the way he throws shots from different angles, the explosive power, the footwork, something that Spence would have never seen before. You cannot prepare for that. No matter what sparring partners you get, you cannot prepare for what Manny brings to the ring. So it's a hell of a fight. It's a good fight, and I'm excited for it. And like I said, I'm in Manny's corner. I'm backing him. I'm supporting him, and you know, he'll get the job done. If anyone can, Manny can.
Take on Pacquiao versus Spence, man. Huge fight in August. The biggest fight until your fight gets announced in September. I would probably say. How does that fight play out? What does Spence have to do to get a victory in that fight?
I mean, Manny's a legendary fighter, but you know, I'm rocking with Errol. We've been you know, cool for a long time. I think Errol's got all the tools to get the job done. I think he's going to get his hand raised.
What do you think about that? Pacquiao at 42 years old taking on the youngest, biggest lion that there is in the division.
I mean, you know, all you can do is tip your hat to him, you know, to continue getting there with young champions like Errol, you know, it's commendable.
It's going to be a tough fight for both of them, but, you know, because I know Pacquiao is going to give his all, but it's just, you know, when you get older, I'm older now. I realize I don't recover as quick as I used to.
Right. Age, baby.
I can still do what I do, but it's just what's going to happen if you put me in this pressure thing where that I'm because you know I can get in there and spar, and
you're gonna be aching.
all of a sudden. If I stop and everything stops, I can't do it again.
Right.
I can't do it again.
Pacquiao versus Spence, huge fight in July. How does that fight play out? I'm sorry, in August. How does that fight play out?
I think it's gonna be a real good fight, but I think Spence is just too much right now. Spence, he's like, you know, he's just, man, real confident. You know, he just got back from his accident and he's doing great. You know, I think Spence is going to be a little too much, but I think Pacquiao's going to give him a good go, a run for his money, but Spence is going to edge it out too.
In your division, Spence versus Pacquiao, man, the legend, 42 years old, still taking on the biggest challenges. Talk about that and just break down that fight for me.
That's a great fight, 50-50 fight. I feel like Spence, you know, something was off about him his last fight when he fought Danny. I feel like he's gonna be better this fight when he fight Pacquiao. Yeah, I feel like, but you can't count Pacquiao out. So it's a 50-50 fight for me, and I made the best man win.
It's crazy that like a 52-year-old against one of the best, if not the best welterweight in the world right now, gets a good, like a legit 50-50. It's a coin toss. You know, that's how great Manny is, right?
Yeah. That's how you know, he a legend. So at the end of the day, who don't want to fight a legend? And then you beat a legend, you got that on your resume. So may the best man win.
Pacquiao versus Spence, big fight coming up. What do you think about that fight?
Man, I'm excited to see that. And like he could have chose any opponent, but he chose Spence. Like, that's kind of scary. That kind of like makes me think, like, what does Pacquiao know about himself that we don't know? And like every time you like even doubt him, he just shows that like he's still he's still great. He's Manny Pacquiao. So.
Fury about, man, Errol Spence versus Manny Pacquiao, huge fight coming up this summer. You smile. I think like the same smile you have is the smile every boxing fan has.
It's a great fight, you know.
Talk to me about it.
Yeah, Pacquiao, you know, he's a great fighter. He's older already, but he's still doing big things. He beat Thurman, and you know, Thurman is a great young fighter. He was at his top, and Pacquiao beat him. So I think he could do the same against Errol Spence. He could surprise everybody. But you know, we're gonna see what Pacquiao brings, and because I think he's really quick, fast, and he has the power.
Yeah, and man, 42 years old, still taking on the biggest, baddest guys.
He is. If he beats Spence, I think he's gonna make, you know, the best, you know, in the planet.
Yeah, man. No, you know, it's hard to argue with you.
Okay, now I know you're close to Errol Spence. You guys are friends from the Olympics, maybe even before. He's fighting Manny Pacquiao. Give me your assessment of the fight.
It's a good fight, man. I'm rooting for my boy Errol Spence, knowing the fact that he's been through a lot and he's been through a lot of adversity, and man, he survived, you know, that horrible accident where he almost, you know, passed away, man. And it was sad seeing him like that, and I'm glad that he's now walking with God and walking on the right path and taking care of his family and doing everything right. And I truly believe that he's fighting and being the best Errol Spence that he possibly can, and I think that he's going to be training hard. But Manny Pacquiao is a guy that you can't, you know, underestimate. He's one hell of a fighter, but my heart and my prediction goes with Errol Spence, not stoppage, but by decision.
I'm sure you've seen Errol being in the Olympics and all. You've seen him against southpaws and stuff like that. How well does he do against other southpaws?
He does very well. He does very well. But the thing is, Manny Pacquiao has a different type of awkwardness and a different type of speed going into that fight. And I think that Errol Spence is going to have to get adjusted to that type of speed going into it. He's just going to have to adapt inside that ring, because you can't get that kind of speed and that kind of velocity and that kind of footwork in sparring, man, because nobody else fights like Manny Pacquiao. So I think the first couple rounds, I think Errol Spence is going to have to get adjusted and adapt to that speed. But Errol Spence is one hell of a fighter, and I feel like he adapts very, very well. I've seen him fight in the amateurs, and I've seen him fight as a pro, and he's able to, you know, adapt to every style and be able to break down the opponent. And I think that he's going to do the exact same thing with Manny Pacquiao.
Pacquiao Spence, man, that's a huge fight coming up.
Pacquiao Spence, another one. You know, Manny Pacquiao is a great fighter. He's done tremendous things throughout the game. He had a very long and extensive career. I just think that right now, this might be it right here. This might be the whole. Errol Spence is a force to be reckoned with. He's no joke. He has a great jab. He's a big guy with dynamite power, and he don't play with guys. So I think that this could be the change in the guards right now.
Well,
it doesn't mean anything bad about Manny. Manny's still a fucking king. He's a king, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, change of the guards. You know what I'm saying? Nobody in this game beats Father's Time. Nobody.
I was gonna say 42 years old, man, still going after the top dog.
I mean, I commend him for being in there. I mean, that's dope. Me, I'm 43 and I'm not fighting no 20-year-olds and no 30-year-olds. You can forget about it. I fight a motherfucker old like me that's been through the shit I've been through. You know what I mean? That's it.
That, you know, Pacquiao versus Spence coming up in August. Yeah, good fight. We all want to see that fight. The veteran against Errol Spence, the young fighter. How do you see that fight going? Who do you favor?
I favor Errol, you know, because I'm close to Errol, so I'm definitely going to favor Errol.
Real quick.
All right, thanks, guys.
Wilder Tyson. You got to speak on that.
Wilder.
Yeah. My man.
Thank you, Tank.